Hello and welcome to another edition of the Ultra Confusion Hangout. I am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the prolific cover himself, Zelius.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, surprise attack by Rose.
Oh, it's Rose! Oh my gosh, where's Doovie?
I don't know, where are you?
Oh, here I'm back.
Still in... Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, someone's buzzing.
No, that was my computer reminding me that I just updated my virus database.
Congratulations, your virus database has been updated.
No, it just goes, a vast virus database has been updated. Yes, I know I could turn that off. I just keep forgetting.
Oh, it's okay. I'm trying to cough up my grape wine fizzy juice crap.
Okay. Very nice.
Anyways.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it, shall we? Okay, first of all, Blackguards Chapter 3 is already out. Not only is it out, but they've also opened the lines for everyone who's doing the early admittance or early access. That's the word I was looking for. Access portion. They have like a thoughts, suggestions line wide open. If you're interested, I'm going to post the press release after this. So you can either just go to the website or just wait for me to post the press release, and there you go.
And I'm a terrible person, and I haven't played Blackguard at all yet. I'm still trying to beat my damn game of Civilization 5. Since the later you get in the game, the longer it takes. I always forget that minor detail.
Terrible.
I know, it's a tragic mistake. I don't know how I do that to myself.
All right, people. I know that a lot of people are going to get really excited, so I'm going to get excited for you for just a second.
I'm ready to be excited. Blow me away.
Holy shit! Oh my god, it's awesome!
Come on, I'm waiting!
Elder Scrolls Online has a release date.
2016.
For PCs and Macs, it's going to be April 4th, 2014. For the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, it's going to be June of 2014.
Oh, so real MMO on the Xbox One.
Well, we knew it was coming. I mean, they basically, that is one of the things that they, that's one of the game elements they actually talked about besides TV! Did I mention TV?
MMO!
No, they basically just said that they have a big enough server farm to allow for perpetually online universes. And of course, everyone still knows that Destiny is coming out by Bungie, but I think Destiny's coming out as a multi-platform game, and that unfortunately is not coming out until 9/9/2014, which is greatly sad. It greatly saddens me because I need another game for the Xbox One.
I'm sorry, I can't really help you there.
Actually, to be honest with you, the only thing I've used the Xbox One for since beating Rice or Reese or whatever the fuck you want to call it, Netflix, and I'm too damn lazy to find the TV remote, so I go, Xbox! Watch ESPN2.
Nice. Boop. See, I just have my universal remote, which controls everything, so I never have that problem.
Oh, no. I mean, my remote can control my, well, with the exception of the Xbox.
Mine controls my Xbox.
Well, on you.
That's right. Suck it, Mr. Headphones.
By the way, these are my my PAX 2010 top of the line headphones. Thank you.
Very nice.
I don't know when I'm going. I don't know when I'm going back to PAX, but boom, collector's edition.
I think there might be a Ultra Confusion Con before that happens.
Yeah.
You can almost call it like AltCon.
I was thinking about Ace. Ultra Confusion Expo.
Nice. Just don't get sued by Ace Hardware.
See, here's the thing though. It's two different industries, so you can get away with it.
This is true, but that doesn't mean that they can't not sue you. You might win, but then you still got to pay legal bills.
No, I will countersue them and make them not only pay my legal bills, but I'll sue them for grievances.
But where are you going to get the money to pay for lawyers in the first place? That's the catch. For small businesses who get sued in such circumstances, is they still need that upfront cost in the first place to even get involved in a prolonged legal battle. That's the big issue. Is
I'll
that money
liquidate
even
all of
engaged.
Ultra Confusion's assets.
Congratulations, Jeff. $50.
I got more than $50. More like $750.
That'll pay for a consultation.
Yeah.
I like it though. I can see the Ace convention working.
Ace,
What?
just Ace, not Ace
Yeah,
convention, just Ace.
the whole confusion exhibit convention.
Oh my god. Anyways, speaking of conventions, I still haven't heard a thing about Canuga, but I am going to go ahead and reserve myself a room.
Right on.
What the hell? I mean, if I don't end up doing the talks, then I at least get to see Canuga. I've never been to Canuga, so it'll be an interesting.
Have you tried to like contact them in the meantime to be like, yo, what's going on?
No, I've got 2 panel submissions there. They haven't decided on the panels yet. I don't think they're going to decide until sometime in January, and I don't want to be like I'm at the hotel 30 miles down the road because that's the only one available.
When's the con actually occur?
February something.
That doesn't seem like very much time between deciding on the panels and when the con actually starts. It seems like I thought there's usually more time.
No.
Or is that common?
That is very commonplace. They wait till the last minute because they want the best panels, okay? So what they'll do is they'll try to milk the people who they really want to give them panel ideas. And if those fall through, then they go through the suggestion bin.
Gotcha. Okay.
The thing is, at MomoCon, I've done a panel before, so I'm going to be one level ahead. I casually know one of the founders of MomoCon, so that's why we'll get in there. MonsterCon was a complete fluke, but since we got our foot in the door last year, we'll be able to do it again. RoundCon, I ran into the RoundCon guy at MonsterCon, and he seemed slightly interested. I don't know. I asked for more information when it gets closer. AndoCon wants me. Ando, the founder of AndoCon, wants me to do 2 panels, and that's going to be in June.
Hey, I might even be in town in June.
I'm missing conventions, but whatever.
Okay, all I know is these organizers need to come up with a more original name than something con.
No.
Okay, never mind then.
Well, the thing is, you want it to be something short and iconic. So like PAX, Penny Arcade Expo, Dragon Con.
No con. There's not a con in PAX.
Right, it's an expo. That's why I said the Ultra Confusion Expo.
Yes, so the best cons around don't actually have con in the name. It's a shame.
Siege.
Exactly. No.
Southern Interactive Entertainment Game Expo. Which
no
there's not a lot of game expoing at it, though.
Oh. Then again, I've been to, so many conventions and expos in my time.
Right. What's that one up in Connecticut?
I think you've more than laughed me a few times.
Connecticon? I think that's the one in Connecticut.
Connecticon? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like a celebration of, like, their basketball team.
Well, you got AWA, that's Anime Week in Atlanta. That's a convention that has no con or expo in it.
See? So it's possible.
Yeah, but then you look at SDCC, San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, it's got con in it. I mean, it is a con.
All right.
And E3, that's Electronic Entertainment Expo. So expo and con is a very popular word to put in your convention or expo or
we just need a new name.
Gathering of individuals.
There you go. I like gathering. Maybe it should be like
Gathering of Ultra Confusion.
There we go. Let's hear GAC.
No. I'd much rather go with Ace.
Than GAC? GAC just brings like memory of that crap you'd throw at people.
No, GAC reminds me of Greater Atlanta Christian.
That's GACs, isn't it? Because it's Christian schools, so we always call it a GACs.
Well, all right, Pi High, Jesus. No,
okay.
we just called it GAC. That's what it was on every single cross country calendar was GAC.
Whatever.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
You are saying a lot with that beer in your hand.
This koozie's not going to work for my next beer.
That is unfortunate.
Because this koozie is especially for bottlenecks. But I've got a can now. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to flip it upside down.
Whoa! Way to live on the edge!
And it sits perfect.
It's a multi-use koozie. That's pretty rad.
Indeed. Okay, so
Now, if only the fat football team was as good as your koozie.
We won last week, didn't we? Yeah, we won last week.
Wow, I'm impressed. You're what now, like 3-11?
4-10.
Woo!
We're no longer in the cellar of the Southern Division of the NFC.
I thought maybe you're sucking for Clowney.
Apparently we're not sucking bad enough for Clowney right now.
Oh. No.
And all right, let's talk video games. So today I gave myself a mental and physical kick in the ass to try to get me out of my habits that I have unfortunately gained over the past month. And that is a lot of random ass Netflix TV and Facebook games. So, first of all, here is Charlie's philosophy on how to detach oneself from a game. That
Shoot
is
the console?
no. Write a review on the game.
What?
Write a review of the game.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of games that I have reviewed, Dead Trigger 2 finally released a third continent to explore, or third country to explore. Of course, the opening one, I guess the tutorial piece of it was the U.S., and then it's been in Africa for freaking ever. And it's just like, how many fucking cities do you have to free before shit moves? And finally, like, congratulations, yay, everyone celebrate. We've liberated 30,000 cities in Africa, so we're going to give you China now. Woo! Of course, I will run through all the China story stuff, and then I'll be back right where I was.
Sorry, I have a cat eating my socks.
That's okay. The other bit of news, which is really interesting, and if you, a listener of the listener or watcher of the Ultra Fusion news or whatever, are interested, I have
Avast virus database has been updated.
My Avast is getting everywhere. Okay. I have a free code for a game that Zelius and I have both played. Actually, if you go onto the Android Marketplace right now, that is December 19th, 2013, go there, download Little Galaxy. It is free today only.
Yeah.
Now, if you miss that opportunity, I have a promo code for the iOS. Excuse me.
And I will also vouch, Little Galaxy. Oh man, I haven't played it in a while, but in the time I played it, it was definitely a very enjoyable game.
Oh yeah, it's one that you can kind of like, you know, basically zone into and then zone out of, and there's still, you know, I know that, you know, it's random placement of planets, and you're trying to catch, you know, the revolution to release your guy, and it's kind of I kind of want to equate it to Angry Birds. It's not really Angry Birds, but at the same time, you got to pay attention to where the sun is, how fast the rotation of the planets are.
Using physics.
Right. It's a gorgeous game.
Well, the part that I think does also kind of have an analogy with Angry Birds, is these kind of quick, like little nuggets of stages.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not like you have to play like a half hour or something for a stage. Mm-hmm. You can beat a stage in 10 seconds or 2 minutes, whatever.
Right.
And the other thing, too, is kind of like Angry Birds. You know, I haven't played the game in probably 2 months. Well, I could pick up my Android right now and just continue where I left off. It's not like, say, coming back to, like, you know, BioShock or, you know,
Final Fantasy 13.
Or whatever, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to start from scratch because I don't know where the hell I am in the game.
Final Fantasy 13.
Oh, God. Fuck it, eh? Like, I've already invested like 20 hours in the game,
So you're not through the tutorial. Yeah.
I know. That's the frustrating thing. Right off I pick it up, I got to restart the damn tutorial. So it's like, are you kidding me? Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about Final Fantasy 13 yet. So, but yes, you don't have that issue with, a game like Little Big Planet, Little Galaxy, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Little Big Planet.
I don't know why you said it either. But that, of course, Little Big Planet is another phenomenal game. If you have not played it, it's for the PlayStation 3. There's Little Big Planet 1 and Little Big Planet 2. Both phenomenal games. You can create levels or play user-created levels. Some of them are just awesome. Or you can just play the preloaded levels. It's really good.
Right on, yeah.
Indeed. So I'm going to be reviewing a lot of games so that I can break my Facebook addiction.
Yay, Facebook games!
Well, I've done it before. I've reviewed Facebook games.
Oh, I know. Well, and really, it seems like you're also, from my looking in through the looking glass, it seems like you're kind of in limbo as far as what game I'm going to play next until the Xbox One really starts getting some more titles coming out.
Yep.
So it seems kind of like once they get their act together and you start getting some, awesome titles, I got to play that Xbox One. Mm-hmm. It's almost like you're like, well, I guess I'll play the Facebook games because I'm waiting on more Xbox One games. It's kind of what I'm saying.
Ironically, every single game that I'm currently playing, be it on the Facebook or on my Nexus 7, they are all energy dependent games, with the exception of one for the Facebook, and it actually is also on Android, but you can't link your Facebook version of the game with your Android version, which really pisses me the fuck off.
What game is that?
It is called, hold on, it's like Ghosts of Mistwood or something. Hold on. Yeah, Ghost of Mistwood. It's by Disney. It's an infuriating game because you can literally play it continuously without running out of energy, and there's so much to do there. But you really can't play. But you really can't play it solo. You really need to have friends in that game.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
Now, are you still playing Heroes of Dragon Age?
Yes, I am.
What level are you up to in the game?
I am up to, I will tell you right now. Hold on a sec. Let me cheat. Level 13.
Damn, I'm like level 7.
Level 13, I've got 2 golds, 1 unique, and 2 uncommons.
See, I'm kind of at a point right now where I'm like, I don't know anymore. It seems like whatever battle I choose in, I'm just losing at this point. I don't know.
Well, have you gone back to all the previous battles and tried to master them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in that part too. I've gotten, hold on, let me check here real quick. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on my 5th map.
I'm on the 4th map, I think.
Yeah, I can't get past the 2nd battle on the 5th map. It's like as soon as I load in, it's like, oh, this is gonna be a hard battle. I'm like, well, fuck that shit. I'm not doing that.
I know, because it almost gets to that point where it's like, shit, how am I gonna get past this battle now?
You know what I've been doing? I've been doing the challenge area where you have the ability to gain a rune or a character, and just
Where's that part?
Okay, so on map 2, once you beat the final boss, there's like this other diamond that appears.
Yeah.
And that one, you fight a giant bear. You can basically blow it out of the water, and then you have the opportunity to gain extra runes, or potentially, I think a common soldier or something like that.
So you've been doing that for like EXP?
No, I've been doing that to gain more units, and then I combine them together, and then I sacrifice them to the characters that I want to drive up their double damage percentage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have 3 golds.
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
What?
3 golds.
Well, I buy the 1500. What? Okay, when you have the gold, which cards do you buy?
When I have the gold,
Yeah.
oh god, I do the silver one, the one for 1500 every single time.
Okay.
But I never get golds.
Well, did you get the 1 free gold character,
yes,
the Lich
yes.
or whatever it is? I don't even know what it's called.
Yes,
and then I also got lucky and got 1. Oh, and I bought a gold with the gems.
Yeah. Well, I do have.
You should have got enough gems to buy at least 1 gold.
Right. Well, I mean, I have some extra golds, but they kind of suck.
Oh. And then I also have 1 red.
You paid $2?
No, I just got lucky and got 1.
Son of a bitch! I paid the $1.99 and got the automatic red.
Nice. No,
so, I've sunk $2 into the game.
Oh no! Well, it's kind of funny because I was thinking about it, because if I continue to play the game, I probably will just be like, what the hell, $2?
Yeah.
Just think about it. It's like going to an arcade for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But no, I just get one of the 1500 gold ones. I just happen to get a red. It's like, okay.
I'm looking for a way to get a green.
A green? What's green? I have never seen that.
It's the top of the top. That's like
very
rare. Yeah. I've seen it a couple times when I've done PvP, and I've seen a green a couple times when I've PvP'd.
Oh.
And I've gotten owned.
The greens just destroy.
Mm-hmm. Mm. The unfortunate thing is a bunch of the guys I've gone up against in the PvP, they fucking have like the reds, but for their big guy. So I'm like, well, shit, I can't win that.
I still have my frickin' brown spider guy who gets one shot.
Oh, spider, yeah.
That guy's like, seriously, this is just a waste. He's like, he's a meat shield. That's it. Like,
I've got the well, in Tolkien, it's the tree ant, but in this one, it's like the Sylvian or something.
Yeah.
I've got that guy beefed up. So, anyways, yes, I have continued to play Heroes of Dungeons and Dragons, Dragon Age. It does infuriate me that I can only play for so long, but then again, it kind of evens out the playing field, because I don't have all the time in the world to play the game. When I do have time, I wish I could play it until I was bored.
But even using all your stamina and all your energy still takes a decent chunk of time.
I've gotten to the point where I fast forward every single battle. So it's like,
I'm
close. Boom, 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 boom. You win! Yay!
I'm close to that point. I'll get there.
Yeah, bit of advice. Get every single unit the same color, and then go to like the first battle ever, beat it, and then you get a like a reward. I think it's like 3 extra gems or something.
Huh. I will keep that in mind.
There's a bunch of like unlockable stuff after you've done some things.
You just have to probably look at the achievements to see what I need to go back and do.
No, when you have to look at the achievements to actually receive them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got those. Yeah.
Like there's one, I think if you combine 50 units, which I have, you gain 12,000 gold.
I don't think I've combined a single unit.
Well,
I just consume them all.
Right, but it's got to be the exact same unit.
Yeah.
And you can only do it like 4 or 5 times.
Because I don't even consume, because I never have enough units to consume them, to combine them, because I just consume them the instant I get them.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying save them up so you can combine them and then consume those.
Yes, they'll give you. I think they actually give you more experience
by doing it that way instead of. So do it that way. You get more experience that way than consuming them separately.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Good to know.
I think so.
What? It's not like it's that big of a deal.
Well, what the hell? They disconnected us from the chat room. Motherfucker.
Bastards. Why would they do such a thing?
Well, let me see if I can get back in. Welcome to the chat room. Hooray.
Yeah, you're back in the chats. You are amazing.
So, yes, I've been playing a shit ton of... Let me go over the games I've been playing on Facebook so I could just show you how embarrassed I am right now.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I'm playing Agents of Marvel. I am playing Coasterville 2. That one I'm embarrassed about. I am playing Ghost of Mistwood. And excuse me, Marvel Agents Alliance, Coasterville, Disney's Ghost of Mistwood, and oh shit, where the hell's the other game? Hold on, wait, let me cheating here. Where are you? What the fuck? There's like this hidden pictures game that I've been playing the shit out of that apparently is not showing up. But anyways, been playing the shit out of that game too. And then of course, Heroes of Dragon. And that's all the games I've been playing, folks. I hate to disappoint, but
I've been playing Heroes of Dragon Age and Civilization 5. I'm still waiting for, I think I'm in finally 1945 or something.
There you go.
I just discovered nuclear fission. So I'm waiting for Gandhi to nuke me.
There you go. I totally lied. I've tried to play another game, but for some reason it's really jacking with my system. That's called the Whispering World. I started playing that simply because Data Lake Entertainment's released that they are going to be releasing a Whispering Worlds 2 sometime in 2014, and it looks gorgeous from the CG trailer that, of course, you can watch on Alter Confusion. And it, of course, tells me and screams at me that Alter Confusion needs a new laptop, but I have no monies, so that ain't happening anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't have a laptop either.
Yeah. What I really should do is I should just, I could keep the Alter Confusion laptop and just build or probably buy a new desktop. Because last time, well, this Frankenstein right here, it doesn't always fire up correctly. Yeah, and I've had a bunch of PC very smart individuals look at my computer, and they have no idea why. The first time you do it from a cold boot, it automatically freezes in the first 15 minutes. And then if you just hit restart, not power off and power on, but if you just restart it, then it runs fine. It's got to be something in the BIOS. It's got to be.
You got issues.
Yeah. This thing's got serious issues. But that's besides the point.
What is the point?
The point is to play games and to have fun with said games, to make an experience that will be so mind-blowing, amazing, that all you're left with is yearning for more.
So you're saying is the games would create a perpetual state of necessity of playing video games, where anything but playing video games is like an inferior state of being.
Absolutely. Which unfortunately goes more towards MMOs and less towards single-player experiences.
True that, the good old carrot technique. I need just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Well, if you really want to break it down, I mean, most Facebook games follow that same thing, because you're like, shit, if I just had a little bit more energy, or a couple more boxes, or a couple more this or that, I just have to wait for a little bit. So it's like, in a way, it sort of is crafting. Like, the building of awesomeness just needs an extra 4 hours, and then boom!
I think it's like $4.
No, not $4. Well, yeah, that too.
That's kind of that's how the game developers want you to look at it, at least.
Oh yeah, well, especially Facebook games. I mean, shit, you want to take the fast track? Just go ahead and pay $99.99, and shit, the whole game's open to you.
I love how they have that for all the games. It's like you can get all the gyms you want for $100. I'm like, dude, where's my fucking game genie?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Where's my Konami
That's what
code?
kind of cracks me up is you can pay more in like crap in video games than like what a video game costs to buy, or you know what I mean? It's like seriously.
Well, see, here's the thing. I do not have a problem with microtransactions, which are for cosmetic purposes. If you have really truly invested a shit ton of time in a game that you know is going to exist for a long, long time, I don't see anything wrong with dropping, like 20 or 30 or $40 to benefit you slightly, like an extra bank storage spot, or to um, buy the special shiny red dye so that your armor looks like badass cool. That I'm okay with. If you want to get to level 20 but you don't want to put in the time, we'll give you $100 and woo!
You're there. Congratulations.
I believe that's illegal. Well, World of Warcraft is trying to make it illegal, where they had what was that program where you basically just turned over your character to like some sweatshop in China, and they basically ran you up to
Well, that
level
just goes
20.
against their EULA.
Right.
Because it's something like you basically can't bot or like have somebody else access your account or something.
You can't buy characters.
Yeah, so basically if they found out you did that, they'll just ban your ass. And
Right.
you're out $100 or whatever it costs nowadays to get a character up to the top level. I don't even know what the top level in WoW is anymore.
85?
So I think so. I don't know. I'm personally excited for a Xbox One MMO to come out. That may be a reason why I actually get an Xbox One. Maybe.
I'll be very interested to see how that takes. I'm pretty sure that we might be seeing Final Fantasy 14 Realm Reborn on Xbox One at some point. I don't know how all that's going to go down, but I would not be like completely blown away if that were to occur.
Makes sense.
Yes. Some exciting news for all of you out there who have an Ouya, which is just
Go, yeah!
some exciting news for a local game company by the name of Tripwire Interactive, which is right out of Alpharetta, Georgia. They have released an exclusive game called, well, it's basically just a version of one of their games that they have called Killing Floor. In this one, it's a top-down shooter instead of I'm trying to remember. I think it's a first-person shooter on the PC, but for the Ouya, it's a top-down shooter where they basically didn't really pimp out the graphics at all. Now, I kind of have a prejudice against this game simply because they were the douchebags who were in the expo hall right next to Salon D that were blasting their music through all of the panels in Salon D, so it became very hard for anyone to hear over the shit that the noise they were making. So, for me, personally, I was not a fan of the game because it took away from the ability of those who came to Siege to learn information from panels, and they weren't able to do so because they decided to jack up their volume because they wanted to be the biggest and baddest system out there, which was stupid.
I feel see the issue. You just want to make your brand and self be known, so people know who you be.
See, there's this thing called common courtesy, and there's this thing called wireless headphones.
If you go to common courtesy, what you talking about, yo?
If you go to PAX or any of the conventions that feature a ton of video games, you're going to run into your setups, and then there's going to be headphones if it's in a very loud, trafficy area, or if you're trying to keep the sound under a certain amount of volume because of courtesy towards your fellow convention goers. To blatantly throw that type of thing out the window shows your lack of etiquette and experience at a convention.
I'll concur, yo. That does not it seems somewhat douchey, I gotta say.
Now, of course, you could also run into a situation that I ran into at one of the PAXs. I can't remember which one it was, but they were showing The Darkness 2. And everyone was wearing headphones, but I couldn't find my headphones. So I was playing the game like just kind of like leaning towards the TV because the headphones were playing, but it was at a low volume. And this guy comes up and he goes, "Dude, why aren't you wearing your headphones?" Like, I don't know where the fuck they are. Like, dude, they're right here. And I'm like, oh, hey, this really enhances the experience.
Wow, very nice, you.
Yes, I know. So, anywho. So yes, let's see here. What else do we got here? I have a shit ton of new Ultra Confusion business cards.
Ooh, yay, business cards. I still have mine.
You've got business cards? Oh, you've got my business cards I gave to you.
Correct. Yeah, it does not say anything about Zelius on there. It says Ultra Confusion. Yes.
Well, you can update it because it's got a better email address if you want it.
Sweet. I don't even know what's on the ones I have. I should look.
It says Charlie Hawkins, president and founder, my phone number, and my email, my Gmail address.
So when the kids start pissing me off, I should just give one of those business cards, like, "Yo, call this guy."
Call this guy.
In the morning.
He'll get you your gaming fix, man.
I think that's what they should do. That'll be my new punishment. For April Fools, I'll just give them out to all the high school seniors. Be like, 2 a.m. Call this guy.
And ask him any video game related question.
There we go. But it has to be between the hours of 1 a.m. and 5 a.m.
Here's the sad thing for you, Zelius, and I hate to break your beautiful bubble there, but because of the 5 years that I was working customer service for a telecommunication company, when I answer the phone, I sound wide awake, and I can literally have a conversation. I won't remember said conversation when I wake up in the morning, but you're not going to really spook me.
Well, that's very disappointing, yo. Or maybe you're saying that just so I don't do it. So you're trying to one up me.
No, talk to my wife. It freaks her the fuck out. She said, "I don't know how you do that." I'm like, "What did I do?" She's like, "You had a conversation with your mom for 30 minutes in the middle of the night. You were wide awake." I was like, "No, I don't have no recollection of that." But okay, thank you.
It's kind of creepy, yo.
Speaking of my wife has done Zelius a humongous favor or service, I should say. She has hand washed your coffee cup.
Ooh, my dad will be so excited.
It has been sitting down here since last you left it, and Julie was like, "Is this the coffee cup?" I'm like, "Yes." She goes, "And you've never opened it?" I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Should I try to open it?" I'm like, "I don't know, but Zelius wants it back, so." And she's like, "It wasn't that bad."
Oh, good. It was probably just coffee, I'm guessing. Just straight up coffee.
Yeah, but it's been closed for 6 months.
It's been a while, yeah. It's been a while.
Usually that kind of
bad things happen.
Green, white, sometimes pink and purple, sometimes black.
Oh, then you're just a world of throw it out.
Oh my god! If it's black, I can't get near it.
Most people can't. Most people shouldn't.
Well, I'm deathly allergic to that shit.
Oh, yummy. I'll keep that in mind. Next time I bring over some black mold, I'll be sure I know where to put it. Hey, Charlie, I brought you a present from Minnesota. Here's some black mold for Christmas.
So I showed this off last Ultra Confusion Hangout, and that was Kobolds Ate My Babies. It's a pretzel and beer RPG. I'm going to start reading it because it sounds really interesting. Really stupid and really interesting at the same time. And I'm going to see if I can get enough people, Zelius included, together to at least try to run one game of Kobolds Ate My Babies. Now, of course, the part that I have gotten through, they want a disclaimer, and that is no babies have actually been eaten by kobolds that they know of.
Oh, excellent.
They just had it as a catchy title.
Huh. Wow.
Where's your fizzy grape juice?
It's been fizzed in my mouth.
Oh, God.
No more. Unless I go get some more. Un momento, senor.
Okay.
Why get some more fizz crap?
All right, I shall talk while you're gone. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to my new beer. It's the same brand I've been drinking all the time. But this one hasn't been opened. Now it has been opened. Therefore, I shall drink it.
It's a low. This is really hard to read. It's like weird cursive. A low alcohol grape wine.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to look like a booze hound without getting drunk.
Should I just drink straight out of the bottle? Would it be better that way?
I think we got a picture of that.
I probably don't remember it though.
No one really remembers that.
Usually, if I'm drinking out of the bottle, bad things happen. It's just kind of a general rule of thumb.
No one really remembers that night.
Oh, yes. Every time I think of Andre, I just can't help but laugh.
Oh, Andre. That's a whole different story that we are not allowed to talk about without the German involved.
They had some at Wired to the Heart last month. And somebody's going to give me a glass of Andre. I'm like, no, I can't drink Andre. It's like a rule of mine. I do not drink Andre. It just doesn't happen. Bad things happen.
Yeah. Either for you or for everyone else involved.
Yes. No, I will drink it if I have to be around certain people.
Yes, absolutely.
But it's just not a free-for-all.
No.
All right. Are you going to eat more socks?
So I've been looking at a couple of the games on Steam, and I have to say one game that continuously catches my eye, but I'm a little too scared to download it, is an independent game called The Writer. And basically, you're this disembodied energy that goes around. I think it's a log. It's like a cabin or a mountain house or something. Mm-hmm. And you've got a guy who's got writer's block, and then you got his family, and you can read the family's thoughts, and you can decide to help the writer or help the family members. But either way, however you play the game, your decisions basically morph the game, which sounds really interesting. But I'm kind of scared shitless because that sounds really open-ended as well. Like,
it sounds right up your alley, yo.
I know, but
it's all like story-driven and characters and development and stuff.
I know.
It sounds like your game, not mine.
Yeah. So, but anyways, that game continues. If anybody out there who has played that game, please tell me about it, because if it's a solid game, I would love to try it. Or hell, I should probably just email the guys. Be like, I'm so interested in your game, but I'm also scared shitless of this game.
What's it called again?
I want to say it's called The Writer.
The what?
The Writer. Hold on. Everyone's gonna see my Steam real quick. Here.
Whoa! Not your screen.
Not screen. Steam.
Oh no, not Steam.
It is called. Hold on, I'm almost there, I think. The Novelist. That's what it's called. The Novelist. Speaking of games that I have played and I've completed, I played the game that Data Link Entertainment published by Fish Cow called Gomo. It's not actually all that long of a game. It is a point-click adventure puzzle game where basically you try to find stuff in a certain spot, and the majority of the time you're going to utilize everything that you found in that specific area. And of course, this is the game where you're basically this sack monster whose dog was kidnapped by aliens, and the aliens want you to retrieve this magical gem that apparently will unlock some super uber power or whatever. It's not bad. I wish there was more to it. The music's kind of weird. It's weird. Like, sometimes the puzzles make total sense, and other times you're sitting there going, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So I don't feel like the puzzles are completely thought out from beginning to end. But it was a fun little little trip here or there. I also reviewed a game on the iPad called Splash Arena, created by Origami. I think it's Origami Productions or Origami Games, Origami Studios, something like that. Anyways, it's a multiplayer game in which you basically have all these, I call them orbs. It's kind of like a bubble buster game, but instead of having just one person, you have 2, 3, or 4, and you're trying to see who can pop the most bubbles in a specific number of amount of time, either 30 seconds, excuse me, a minute, 30 seconds, or 2 minutes. The unfortunate thing is that you never see the timer, and that's the only game modes you can go. You can't. What I really wanted to see was the ability to change it from a time-based activity to a point-based activity, which to me makes total sense when you have that type of environment. The bubbles or the orbs basically are rotating the entire time. And there's also these power-ups that basically appear right next to your orb bubble shooter, whatever. And the first one to tap the power-up wins. But unfortunately, for some reason, there's some random ass logic that there's a better chance of it harming you than benefiting you. So, to be honest with you, the couple of times I have
power up is when you hit it.
Yes, but it doesn't always go like it could be something that's supposed to be detrimental to your opponents, but you'll end up with it.
So is that a bug or intentional?
It's intentional. Apparently, I don't know. So so in my experience, the couple of times I have played in multiplayer, we just never touch the power ups. It's not worth it. It's not worth the risk. And of course, the unfortunate thing is ended up giving it a 4.5 out of 10. I did reach out to the developers to say, hey, here it is. You got quite a few interesting ideas, but I think that you guys were pretty far off from having a solid product. And he's like, yeah, we thank you. Yeah, unfortunately, we also saw this, and we promise we'll make the next one better, which to me is awesome. Because look, if you're an independent developer out there and someone criticizes your work, it should not tell you you should never do this ever again. It should tell you, well, if you have a reviewer who's actually constructive, compiles constructive criticism, and I think I do a pretty good job of that. Unless you have just absolute shit, and then it's really hard for me to be constructive. Everyone is never going to love your game 100%. There's always going to be flaws to it. And the thing is, you always have to improve yourself. If you find that you're at a point where you're not having to improve yourself, it's probably time to change projects or titles. EA Sports. Excuse me. I've got something stuck in my throat. What? Anyways, but seriously, if you're an independent developer out there and you get a bunch of shit reviews, find stuff that tells you what you did wrong, and next time use that as a springboard to make something solid. No one, unless you're really fucking lucky, is going to make an uber magnificent major hit their first time. You're going to run into developing a piece of shit more often than not. The thing is, if you can get up off the ground after getting battered by reviews and continue to create games the way you want to create them.
Well, speaking of, obviously people are going to have opinions about your game, though. I would imagine as a developer, at times it could be somewhat difficult to filter out those comments about your game of what's constructive versus not. Because it seems like, obviously, if you listen to all of the reviews, comments about your games, it'll almost be like, wow, my game's total shit. Why am I even trying?
Absolutely.
And if I take every single, criticism or idea, I wouldn't even know what my game is anymore. So it's also like kind of fine line of I hear it's I know in yours, this is what I do or don't like about the game. It's usually if a constructive, like this is maybe what to improve on. Mm-hmm. But if they look at 15 other reviewers with 15 different ideas of what's good versus bad, I can see it being very difficult for a developer to really be like, man, what is it I need to actually improve on when I have 15 different people telling me 20 different things that suck or don't suck about my game.
I think at that point, if you have the time and the manpower, I think the best way to combat. See, you're right. If you were to try to take in every single review, every single comment about your game or project, you're going to be buried in a shitstorm of depression and negativity. But if you can find the constructive criticism in quite a few locations, and you compile it, let's say that you like you said, you got a bunch of people offering up, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have done this. If that's the situation that you find yourself in, then what you really need to do is start marking how many times this is being said across all the different users. And then for your next project, maybe incorporate the feature or like one or two of the highly sought after features, not trying to, because you're right. One of the evil things that could happen is if you try to follow all of the thoughts, the suggestions, you could water down your product to the point where you're like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at. Is that my game? I mean, and then because of all the different features and artistic shifts and stuff, it might be even worse because you just piled more shit upon what was just a little bit of poop. So,
nice way of putting it.
I mean, I'm not saying that the other thing is, and to me, this is the biggest pitfall for independent developers out there, is that when you put your heart and soul into a project, and you have been working on it for a long time, you no longer see the flaws. And
oh yeah,
and the thing is, it's your baby. What you see is perfection, and then when you release it into the wild, and someone sees something, because I'm going to be totally honest with you, the majority of the people of the internet are arrogant asshole prick douchebags. They like to hear the sound of their own voice, but while hiding behind the mask of anonymity. But there is, if you are able to take, the good with the bad after releasing your game into the wild, you can learn so much and make your product a solid success, either with patches or the next iteration. Gesundheit.
Excuse me. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about game development. I haven't really ever developed a game. Probably won't anytime soon, unless you count that Java poker game. That's close I've come to making a game.
Woo! Java poker.
That was pretty intense, man. That was good times. Some good old all-nighters. Coding away.
Woo! Let's see here. Last game that I developed electronically. Oh my God, it's been way too long. Was either Texas Hold'em or Dominoes.
What about that project that y'all did at Full Sail? I remember that one that y'all did. You had like graphics and stuff.
The Escape, A Dusty Trail.
Doesn't that count?
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying my final project was The Escape, A Dusty Trail, which is really hard to find a copy of now because that website's finally elapsed.
I would imagine you have a copy though somewhere.
Yes, I have a hard copy on a disc, and of course on my old Full Sail laptop that apparently, if I let it charge for too long, the battery's supposed to explode. So I don't know. I did that, and then I was also part of MLB 07. 08 for the cell phones, Railroad Tycoon for the cell phone, Hooters Casino Tycoon.
Casino?
Yeah, that one got messy. We're not going to go into that.
I'm just trying to picture this in my head.
It was whatever. And then the excuse me, it wasn't Texas Hold'em, it was Spades and Dominoes.
Wait, Hooters Spades, or are we still talking Hooters poker?
No. Drop the Hooters thing. It was just a Spades game and a Dominoes game.
I used to play, what was it? Yahoo Spades. I used to play that a lot.
I used to play Yahoo Chess and get my ass whooped.
Yeah, I used to play. I haven't played chess in Actually, my nephew, Colin, he's apparently really into chess. And he's 8 years old. I'm kind of scared to play him because he's probably going to kick my ass.
The next Bobby Fischer.
Oh, I'm scared to play him. I'm like, man, I got my ass whipped by an 8-year-old.
Speaking of which, if you, all you ladies and gentlemen and kids and whatever you are, we accept all of you.
What am I? I don't even know. We even accept cats. I would pick her up.
Dogs, parrots, parakeets, horned frogs, whatever you are. Bears, lions, tigers, dragons, bulldogs, tigers, again.
Wait, what's mascot? I'm losing track.
Tigers!
What about the war eagle?
That is a rally cry.
Oh, is that the difference? It gets lost on all the slowly little non-Auburn people. We just can't keep them separated.
Well, if you want to get technical, what is yours? You're the Sickums.
What? No, we're not. It's Sickum because you're telling the dog to go.
Exactly. That's what we do. War eagle.
Yeah, because it's an eagle.
Sickum.
Eagle. Tired. Not even close to the same thing.
Bullshit.
There's two different mascots. You have a fucking eagle and you have a tiger. It's two different things.
Okay, see.
Georgia has no such thing. It's a bulldog. You're telling the bulldog what to do. You're not telling the tiger to go, I don't know, eat a war eagle.
Okay. First of all, y'all need to keep a bulldog for longer than like a year and a half, and then you talk to me.
Ooh, that hurts. That hurts. Oh, that's cold, yo. That's cold. That's cold, man.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and the eagle is a tradition from the days of Piedmont Park, okay?
Wow, I'm impressed by Piedmont Park, let me tell you.
Yes. Anyways, okay, so, fuck, what the hell were we talking about before we went on tangent?
I don't know.
Oh, right.
You started naming off random animals.
No. Well, no. I was trying to cover the gambit of anybody who's watching the Ultimate Season Hangout, whatever you are, animal, human, demigod, god, deity of some other pantheon, whatever.
Yes, you get the idea.
Sorry, I've been reading a lot of Iron Druid, and there's just like a shit ton of like pantheons. But anyways, you need to watch Search for Bobby Fischer, okay?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I remember
seeing that movie.
Years ago.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, it is.
That was my whole spiel. I went completely like, it came back. You gotta watch Search for Bobby Fischer.
Left field. Like, that was like out of the ballpark. Right there, man.
Well, look, you got Lawrence Fishburne and you got Ben Kingsley in there. I mean, that alone desires at least, a quick look. I'm just saying.
I haven't seen it in a long time myself.
Nor have I. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 9 o'clock hour. So for you who are watching the video, if I actually remember to upload the damn thing,
I have full faith in your brain capacity to remember something besides to drink alcohol at night.
I'm supposed to do something else? Oh, shit, where's my son? No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to ask if he's still alive.
He's asleep.
Luckily, you also have a wife.
She's not here today.
Oh, shit.
All right, anyway.
He's sleeping?
Yes, he is. Okay, so...
baby monitor?
I don't need one.
You just hear him scream?
The air vents from his room to the basement are connected, so if he yells, I can hear him from here.
Excellent.
Indeed. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Ultra Confusion Hangout. For myself, Charlie, and Zelius, we thank you for all the time that you spent, and hopefully we will see you very soon.
Remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world. We wish you all a Merry Christmas or Hanukkah, or I don't know what other new holidays have been created in the last year.
Amen to that, brother. Happy holidays.
Here we go.